Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Hopkinton High School turf fields. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Junior Fall Ball, as today the 3-0 Hopkinton Hillers take on Bellingham. Tom Nappy, happy to be with you on the broadcast, and it should be a fun game here today. Beautiful day at Hopkinton High School. Temperatures in the 70s, and we are moments away from getting this game started. We are live on HCAM. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. We're experiencing some technical difficulties on the live feed, trying to get those worked out. Tom Nappy, happy to be with you on the call. First hitter of the game is for Bellingham, and he thought he had a walk there, but a strike called. We're working on getting the Bellingham lineup as well. But what I can tell you is the Hopkinton Hillers defense as he is set to deal here. There's a strike. Wind up and the pitch. A little outside. It's going to make the count 2-1. On the mound for the Hillers, that is Dylan Naimi. And this one is going to be hit over to the left side, throw to first. Or that's my left side, but the right side of the ball field. And that is going to be a out as they get the 4-3 out for the first out of the game. Now coming up for Bellingham, we have Spencer. That was Spencer there. So there's a runner on second. And he's going to take off for third, throw to first. They get the out at first, but the runner at second advances to third. So now it's 1 on with 2 outs. That'll bring Charlie to the plate for Bellingham. And a runner is going to score for Bellingham. He slides in. And Bellingham has the 1-0 lead. for Bellingham. And apologies, folks, still working on some technical issues. So a little bit distracted at the moment, but trying to keep you up to date on what's going on as much as possible. And he gets the strikeout. That'll be out number 3. It's a 1-0 Bellingham lead as we head to the bottom of the first on HCAM. Apologies, folks. We were having some technical issues. It is a 1-0 Bellingham lead. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Cameron Nappy led things off for Hopkinton with a strikeout. And right now at the plate we have Danny Whalen. So in Babe Ruth they play 6 innings for these fall ball games. There's a walk drawn there for Whalen. And that'll put a runner on with 1 out. There's a breaking pitch. Whalen going to take off from first. He's aboard at second with a stolen base. Eli Marshall at the plate. And he's taken off for third on the wild pitch. Runner on third for Hopkinton. 1 out in the inning. And he gets a piece of this one over to the right side. A run is going to score. And they're going to call him safe at first as well. So that ends up being an RBI hit for Eli Marshall. Danny Whalen around to score, and we got a 1-1 game. That's going to bring Tim Evans to the plate. So, folks, I'm on double duty today, working the camera for you, as well as bringing you this broadcast. We apologize. We had some technical issues that we hopefully have figured out to start the game. Bellingham scored a run in the top of the first. We're now in the bottom of the first inning. It's now a 1-1 game. Wind up and the pitch. Swing and a miss. And the runner from first will take off. Well, I'll tell you, this young Hiller team has some speed. And you're going to see them try to advance quite a bit. So Eli Marshall now at second base. That pitch outside. And he'll take off over to third on the pass ball. Tim Evans is at the plate. 3-1 count. And he's going to draw a walk. Runners now on first and third for Hopkinton. 1 out in the inning, and that'll bring up Dylan Nimey. And he's going to get a piece of this one, and the throw to first. They'll get the out. So 2 away in the inning. And that one fouled away by Henry Bransfield. A run did score, so sacrifice ground out for Dylan Nimey. And that hit him. Or did it? Maybe he just got out of the way. Looks like he might have just got out of the way there. Runner on second, 2 outs. Wind up in the pitch. And he gets a piece of this one, and that is going to trickle up the third base side. Another run is going to score. A good base hit there for Hopkinton is Henry Bransfield with an RBI base hit. A nice 2-out rally for Hopkinton. There's a strike to Alex Tripp. That pitch outside, runner from first taking off. He's aboard. So for those that don't know, these games are 6 innings. They will not play any more than 6 innings, regardless of the scoring situations. The games also have a 2-hour limit. So after 2 hours of play, another inning cannot start. And there's a 5-run rule per an inning. So you're only allowed to score 5 runs per an inning, as this is going to be up the left side, and they're going to call him safe. So he ends up with an RBI hit there for Hopkinton. Alex Tripp driving in another run, and it's a 4-1 game. That pitch fouled away. This is Colin Harahy at the plate. Or Colin Harahy, rather. Runner at second is taking off. He will advance to third. He is going to be safe, so now runners on the corners for the Hillers. So since they have 4 runs, they can only score 1 more run this inning, and I mean, that's the ultimate goal. You want to reach that 5-run limit and get as much of a lead as possible. And I believe there's also a 12-run mercy rule. Wind up and the pitch. Breaking pitch. A little high, says the umpire. So after Bellingham scored a run in the top of the first, the Hillers have rallied back. This team is 3-0. They've been on the road for all their games up to this point and got some nice wins. They took down Medfield, Franklin, and Medway. And the walk drawn there. And that'll bring up Jack Kyrus. He'll take a strike. Two outs in the inning. 2 runners on for Hopkinton. A pitch outside. And the base runner at first base, Colin Harahy, takes off, slides into second with the steal. And they weren't going to throw with that runner at third. And pitch a ball, 1-1. Outside, 2-1. And there's a strike, 2-2. And the walk is going to be drawn. That'll bring up Vivan Patil. So the lineups, they bat through everybody on the team that's available to play. So there's 14 in the lineup. Obviously, it's still the same 9 positions defensively as a regular baseball game, but you'll see a lot of these guys moving around inning by inning. And that ball's going to get away, and another run's going to score for the Hillers. And that should be it for the bottom of the first, as the 5-run limit has been reached for the bottom of the first. Hopkinton leads it 5-1 as we head to the top of the second on HCAM. Top of the second inning. Bellingham back to the plate, trying to respond after a 5-run inning from Hopkinton. On the plate, or excuse me, on the pitcher's mound, that is Dylan Naimi. And I apologize if I'm pronouncing any of these names wrong. Unfortunately, we had some technical issues, so I didn't have a chance to walk over and get the pronunciations. But I will certainly do so for the next game, as that one's fouled away. So it looks like we got Dylan Naimi pitching. Eli Marshall is his battery mate behind the plate. And it's going to be a rotating infield outfield for both these teams. I mean, at this level, it's really just for some good experience, but it's been some very good competitive baseball. This is Xander at the plate for Bellingham. A 1-2 count now. And pretty much you're looking at the future of the Hopkinton Hillers here. A lot of these kids will be playing high school ball, and perhaps you'll see a lot more of them right here on HCAM. Tom Nappy, happy to be with you on the call on a beautiful Saturday afternoon, as there's a swing and a miss, one away. Wind up and the pitch. Fouled away. This is James at the plate for Bellingham, number 18. We got the first names for Bellingham and the numbers, so we'll go with that for today. In this league, they'll play a 12-game season. It goes to about mid-October. And I believe they'll also have a couple playoff games, a semifinals and a championship. And this is going to be hit back to the pitcher. A little bobble, picks it up, And throws it to first. Good recovery there by the pitcher. Dylan Naimi able to get it over for the second out. A 1-3 out. And this is going to be hit up the left side, picked up by the third baseman, throw over, and a good play there. And that was a nice play by the third baseman, Whalen, for Hopkinton. And 1-2-3 they go. To the bottom of the second we go. A 5-1 Hopkinton lead. You are watching Junior Ruth Fall Ball on HCAM. Bottom of the second inning. 1-2-3. Top of the second to keep it a 5-1 game. Hillers hit the 5-run limit last inning, and he's going to get a piece of this one, a pop-up. It's caught by the shortstop. One away. Bottom of the second inning. 1-2-3. So that was Vivaan Patel who flew out. And now you have Tristan Tiber at the plate. There's a strike. And this is going to be hit up the right side, picked up by the second baseman, throw to first, it's dropped. And Tiber able to beat it out. We'll see if they score that a single or an error. At this level, they'll probably score it a single. I'm going to score it a single. That'll bring up Oliver Lombardi. And he takes that one inside. Runner from first looking to advance. He will. Stolen base by Tiber. And that ball's going to get away. And And there goes Tabor down to third. So runner on third. No outs for the Hillers. Hopkinton has almost batted through the order. Each team will get everybody in that batting order. It's Hopkinton today with a 14-man batting order. Everybody on the team here for the game today. That pitch outside, 3-0. Oliver Lombardi at the plate. You got Luke Cook and Frankie Recos due up next as that pitch inside, walk drawn. That'll bring up Luke Cook. There's a strike. Runner from first is going to take off. An easy steal there. Well, with the runner at third, he didn't want to throw there. Swing and a miss. Inside. 1-1. Leg lift and the pitch. Outside. 2-1 count. Set to deliver. And this is going to be a grounder up the left side. It's foul. 2-2. Two on for Hopkinton, one out. That one's fouled away. Slight lead by the base runners. And this is going to be a throw over to first that's going to get away. Should have been an easy out, but the throw gets away and a run scores. And Luke Cook ends up all the way at second base. As Tiber comes around to score, Oliver Lombardi up to third, and Frankie Recos to the plate. It's now a 6-1 lead for Hopkinton. And Recos is going to pop out to the shortstop. And that is going to end up retiring the side as the runner from second was off the base. They were able to tag him, so they double him up. But Hopkinton does play to run. It is 6-1 as we head to the top of the third on HCAM. Top of the third inning, a new pitcher for Hopkinton. Alex Tripp on the mound. Ethan Dew up to the plate for Bellingham. At first base, you got Bransfield this inning. Tiber at second base. Cam Nappy at shortstop. Whalen at third base. Marshall the catcher. From left to right, Kyrus Cook Lombardi for Hopkinton. And a nice pitch there, a swing and a miss. Strike one. That pitch up high. Here's the 1-1 inside. Well, Bellingham looking to make some noise this inning. But Hopkins certainly has other ideas. There's a good first two innings of pitching by Dylan Nimey. There's a strike. That's typically what you'll see. You'll see 2 or 3 pitchers get in there for these games. It's certainly a great experience for the spring and summer season as well, as that pitch fouled away. A big thank you to the Hopkinton Parks and Recreation Department for hosting this league and allowing us to broadcast these games. They do a great job. Wind up and the pitch. High and outside, walk drawn. So that'll put a runner on first for Bellingham. This is Tyler at the plate for Bellingham. Line up and the pitch, high and tight. 2-0. Set to deliver inside. Three and oh the count. There's a strike. Set to deliver. 3-1 count now, and he's going to get a piece of this. Up the right side, picked up by the second baseman. They'll get the out at first. Runner from first did advance to second, but one away here in the top of the third. So they get the fielder's choice there, and here's the next hitter for Bellingham. That pitch outside, good save by the catcher. Eli Marshall really had a stretch to get that one, but was able to make the catch of the outside pitch and keep that runner at second. And now the pitcher will turn towards second and runner will slide back. Tripp delivers, and a breaking pitch a little inside there. There's a strike. Here's the 2-1. And that's going to be strike 2. 2-2 count on Brian. And there's strike 3. He got him looking. 2 away. And first pitch to this hitter, and he is going to put it in to left field for a hit. So it's going to be runners on first and third for Bellingham as Spencer gets a hit for the Blackhawks. There are actually two Bellingham teams in this league. This is Bellingham 2. And then you got Bellingham 4, I believe they're called. So this is Charlie at the plate. 2 on for Bellingham, 2 outs here in the top of the third. And this is going to be a rope into left field. That'll get down for a hit, and a run will score. And that's an RBI single for Charlie. Runners now on first and second for Bellingham, and it's a 6-2 game. There's a strike. This is Max at the plate. Ooh, inside there, got behind him. Runner from second going to advance. Both runners will advance. So now you got 2 in scoring position for Bellingham. Spencer on third, Charlie on second. Pitch just a little bit outside. Gets a piece of this one right side, and that is going to get down for a base hit. 1 run has scored for Bellingham. The runner from second is going to hold at third. So Bellingham trying to close in. That was Spencer with the RBI single to score Charlie. Got Xander at the plate. Runner from first takes the easy steal to second. Runners on second and third for Bellingham. 2 outs in the inning. The Hiller is trying to stop the damage here. And that is going to be a walk. That'll load up the bases. We'll bring up James to the plate. You got Xander at first, Max at second, Charlie at third. And that pitch gets away. Good recovery behind the plate by Marshall. pitch outside. Little inside there. 2-0 on James. Lined up in the pitch outside, and that is going to be another walk. Here comes another Bellingham run. Bellingham within 2. Charlie around to score. James now at first, Xander at second, Max at third, Jamison to the plate. And he looks at that one high. That pitch outside. And this is hit in the air, left side, and caught. And that is the third out of the inning. Hiller is certainly happy they got out of that one. We will head to the bottom of the third, a 6-3 Hopkinton lead. You are watching Fall Babe Ruth Baseball on HCAM. Bottom of the third inning, you are tuned in to Hopkinton Fall Babe Ruth Baseball on HCAM. Tom Nappy, happy to be on the call with you, and it's top of the order for Hopkinton coming up. Cameron Nappy will step to the plate, and I must admit he is my nephew, happy to be playing here in Hopkinton. And you do get a fair number of players from other towns that join these programs because not every town has fall ball opportunities available. So it's certainly a great service that these parks and recreation departments and towns provide. So it's going to be top of the order to start off the inning. Cameron Nappy, Danny Whalen, and Eli Marshall due up. Well, the Hillers would like to get a little room after a few runs last inning by Bellingham. First pitch to Cameron is a strike. Ethan on the mound for Bellingham. Leg lift and the pitch outside. 1-1 the count. Set to deliver. There's a strike. 1-2. Line up in the pitch. Just outside. 2-2. Well, Hopkinton 3-0 so far during this fall ball season, and all these teammates really supportive of each other, which is great to see. That pitch outside, good eye there, full count. Set to deliver. And a swing and a miss, one away. Danny Whalen stepping to the plate. There's a strike. Well, Ethan out there for Bellingham, hoping to settle this Hiller lineup down, as that is going to be foul. That pitch outside. 1-2 the count. And another good eye there. 2-2. And he will foul that one away. Count remains 2-2 on Whalen. Leg lift and the pitch. Outside. That's going to fill up the count. And ball 4 there is that one inside. Runner on first for Hopkinton. Due up next, Eli Marshall. And he will put this one up the right side into right field. It goes. Runner from second trying to advance to third. He will. A nice piece of hitting by Eli Marshall, who's now at second base, advances on the throw to third. So Danny Whalen now at third, Marshall at second. And now you have Tim Evans coming to the plate. Only one out in the inning for Hopkinton as they're looking for more runs here. Significant lead off of second base. That pitch gets away. Here comes the runner from third, and he will score. A wild pitch allows Whalen to come around with Hopkinton's 7th run of the day. Checking at third. Runner slides back safely. Eli Marshall over at third. Tim Evans at the plate. Evans walked his last time up. There's a strike. Ooh, and the throw got away coming back to the pitcher, and there's another run. Well, when you got a runner at third, if you're the catcher, you want to be walking the ball back, essentially. You don't want to allow those throws to get away. But the Hillers will take it. It's now an 8-4 lead. And he thought about it, but holds, rightfully so. Base is now clear for the Hillers. That is foul up the left side. 2-2. Wind up and the pitch. There's strike 3, 2 away. Due up next is Dylan Nimey. And he will put this one in the air, right side, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Nimey around first, heading to second, and he is going to be aboard with a double. A nice piece of hitting there. Dylan Nimey aboard at second. Henry Bransfield to the plate. Called strike there. Checking at second, runner slides back safe. Dylan Nimey hitting the ball well so far this fall. Was 4 for 5 coming into the game on the season. That's fouled away. The ball getting away from the pitcher again there on the throw back. Bellingham's got to be careful. You don't want to give away easy bases. Ethan set to deal, and he'll turn around, throw towards second, trying to catch the runner off guard. Nimey is back safely. Wind up and the pitch, and that is fouled away. 1-2. Leg lift and the pitch. And this is hit in the air left side and caught by the shortstop. A nice catch there for the third out. But the Hillers do plate a couple. They lead it 8-4 as we head to the top of the fourth on HCAM. Top of the fourth inning. New pitcher for Hopkinton. Danny Whalen is going to be on the hill. Third pitcher of the game. In the field for Hopkinton, you got Whalen on the hill, Marshall behind the plate, Bransfield at first, Tiber at second, Cam Nappy at, or actually that's the last inning. They have updated, they typically change defensive positions every inning. We got Cam Nappy at first base, Danny Whalen the pitcher, Eli Marshall catcher, Dylan Naime is the shortstop, Bransfield is the center fielder, Colin Harahai is the left fielder, Vivaan Patil the right fielder, Luke Cook third baseman, Frankie Recco second baseman. An 8-4 Hopkinton lead as they are looking to stay perfect. 3-0 so far this season. This is Ethan at the plate for Bellingham. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And he got him. One away. Line up and the pitch. Swing and a miss. He winds and deals. A little low there. 1-1 to Tyler. Lift and the pitch. A swing and a miss. 1-2. Well, a very sunny day out here today. Sun just glistening off the field. Swing and a miss. And there's out number 2. Danny Whalen is dealing. Brian stepping up to the plate. That pitch outside. Once again, you're watching Hopkinton Fall Babe Ruth Baseball on HCAM. Happy to carry these games that they'll have here at the turf. And there should be about 4 or 5 games, and who knows, maybe a couple playoff games as well we'll have for you. Wind up and the pitch. Certainly a beautiful day outside for some baseball. Here's the 3-0. There's a strike, 3-1. Wind up and the pitch. Strike 2. Whalen battling back. Swing and a miss, and he got him. 1, 2, 3, they go. And to the bottom of the 4th we go. An 8-4 Hopkinton lead on HCAM. Bottom of the 4th inning. Hopkinton coming back up to the plate. You are tuned in to Babe Ruth Fall Baseball on HCAM. Stepping to the plate, this is Alex Tripp. And he'll take a strike. Got Alex Tripp, Colin Harahai, and Jack Kiras due up for Hopkinton as he is going to put this one up the right side. And the throw to first. And did they get him? Yes, they did. One away. Leg lift and the pitch. That one a little high, 1-0. Colin Harahai at the plate. He has walked so far today. There's a strike. Inside, look out. 2-1. He winds and deals. There's a strike, 2-2. Max on the hill for Bellingham. That pitch inside. Full count now. And that's going to be strike 3. Just grab the outer corner, 2 away. Stepping to the plate, Jack Kyrus. Takes that one outside, 1-0. Leg lift and the pitch. That's just outside. 2-0. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Wind up and the pitch. There's strike 2. 2-2 now the count. He winds and deals, and this is going to be hit up the left side it goes, and that is going to be a base hit. A nice piece of hitting there for Jack Kyrus. And that will bring up Vivan Patel. Runner on first, 2 outs. And he gets a piece of this one. Up the middle it goes. Picked up by the pitcher. Throw to first, and they got him. 1-3 for out number 3. And just like that, we're heading to the top of the 5th. An 8-4 Hopkinton lead over Bellingham. You are watching Babe Ruth Fall Ball on HCAM. Top of the fifth inning, an 8-4 Hopkinton lead over Bellingham. Timothy Evans, the pitcher for the Hillers. Yeah, in these fall ball leagues, you get everybody out there, get them some work, and they let the players choose what positions they want more work at, as we're going to have a ground out to start things off. A nice 3 unassisted ground out there for the first out. There was Spencer at the plate for Bellingham, 1 away. Charlie at the plate for Bellingham. That pitch a little high, 1-0. Evans delivers. Swing and a miss. He might get a piece of it, but it's foul. 1-1. This inning, you got Timothy Evans on the hill, Danny Whalen in center field, Dylan Naimi, the right fielder, Alex Tripp left field, Colin Harahai, the shortstop, Jack Kiras at first base, Tristan Tiber, the second baseman, Oliver Lombardi at third, and Frankie Rekos, the catcher. As this is going to be popped up over towards left field, and that'll drop in for a base hit. He's going to try to go to second, the throw over the tag, and they got him. They get the out. And that is the second out of the inning. That was good heads-up defense by Hopkinton. Way to keep an eye on the runner. And the pitch there is a little inside. So you could score that for Charlie, a single with a throw it on the advance attempt. Max is at the plate now. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch there. He winds and deals. Just outside. Another pitch outside. There's a strike. And he got him. That'll wrap up the fifth inning. A nice defensive inning for Hopkinton, and we will head to the bottom of the fifth. Hopkinton leading in this fall ball matchup by 4. Bottom of the 5th inning. Remains an 8-4 Hopkinton lead. And we'll let you know who's at the plate in just a moment, but we're going to have a fly out right off the bat for the first out. I believe that was Tristan Kyber at the plate. Right now you got Oliver Lombardi. Max still out there on the mound for Bellingham. This is his second inning of work. A pitch inside. Two and two the count. Full count. That pitch a little outside. And there's ball 4. Oliver Lombardi going to draw the walk. Luke Cook due up next. As you may know, these games are 6 innings. We're in the bottom of the 5th. So Bellingham will be down to their final 3 outs next inning. Wind up and the pitch. And the runner from first is going to take off. He'll slide in safe. Stolen base for Oliver Lombardi. Well, this Hopkinton team, they do a good job at manufacturing runs and getting those base runners around. And a good amount of these kids, they were in Little League ball last year, so a bit of a bigger field for some of them. Getting their first experience on the turf. It's 13 and 14-year-old athletes, the Hillers' future. And of course, the future for Bellingham baseball as well. That pitch was fouled away. Full count now. And the walk is drawn by Cook, and a sneaky steal there by Lombardi, who takes off from second and heads to third. And that will bring up Frankie Rekos with runners on the corners and 1 out. Easy steal from first for Luke Cook. Top of the order due up next. Swing and a miss there, or foul tip rather. One and one the count. Runners on second and third for Hopkinton. Wind up and the pitch. There's a strike. Set to deliver, and he will send this one in the air, left side, and caught by the third baseman. Runners will stay put. 2 away. Now you got the top of the order coming up. Cameron Nappy stepping to the plate. Cam Nappy, the leadoff man, stepping in now. Danny Whalen is on deck. 2 on, 2 outs. And he gets a piece of this one. It's going to be a slow roller up the right side. Throw to first. They'll get the out. A 4-3 out to end the inning. And we will head to the top of the 6th. Bellingham will be down to their final 3 outs. Coming up next on HCAM. Top of the 6th inning, an 8-4 Hopkinton lead. Bellingham down to their final 3 outs as Hopkinton looks to improve to 4-0 on the fall ball season. Let's take a look at the field. Looks like we got Cam Nappy in right field. Center is Dylan Nimey. On the mound is Henry Bransfield, his battery mate, Colin Harahai. First base, Jack Kiris. Vaughn Pastil at short. Oliver Lombardi at second. Danny Whalen at third. And in left field, Alex Tripp. Well, the Hillers defense has been good in this game, and some good pitching as well. Xander at the plate right now for Bellingham. 1-1 the count. Bransfield throws that one slightly outside. 2-1. Wind up and the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Swing and a miss. There's out number 1. And he's going to run down. They'll throw down, and he's going to reach. The throw after the strikeout dragged the first baseman off the bag, and he'll end up reaching. So you could score that a strikeout with a reach on an error. So that will take away what should have been out number 1. Line up and the pitch to the second hitter this inning for Bellingham, Jameson. And he gets a piece of this one up the middle, and that is going to trickle into center field, and everybody will be safe. That's going to put a pair on for Bellingham. So Bellingham not going down without a fight. James at the plate. And he's going to square to bunt. It's a good one. Throw to third. And they are going to get the out at third, I believe. Did he get the tag down? Yes, he did. So they get the force out, one away. Checking at second, runner back safe. This runner's on first and second now. Wind up and the pitch. And this is driven in the air, and that is going to land into left field. It's going to be bases loaded for Bellingham. Bases loaded, one out. So Ethan gets the single to load up the bases, and this one is going to be hit right back up the middle. Throw home, it's going to get away, and here comes a run. Tyler, the hitter that time, will reach on the error. It was a good idea by Henry Bransfield to throw it towards home plate, but the throw just getting away. That'll now make it an 8-5 game. Brian at the plate for Bellingham. Takes a strike. Here's the 1-1. Look out. 2-1. Line up and the pitch. Just outside. 3-1 count. A walk here would score a run. And that is going to be a walk and a run for Bellingham. That will make it an 8-6 game. Spencer due up for Bellingham. It looks like we're going to get a chat on the mound here. Coach coming out to give some words of encouragement. Head coach is Patrick Tripp. And we are ready to continue on. Lined up and the pitch. And this is driven foul up the right side. Spencer at the plate for Bellingham, and he is going to foul this one away. Set to deliver, and this is driven right up the middle, and it is going to get through. A run scores, bases loaded, and it's an 8-7 game. Still only one out in the inning. And we're going to have a new pitcher for Hopkinton. So a new pitcher for the Hillers. They're going to see if they can get out of this jam. An 8-7 game. One out in the inning. We'll step aside on HCAM. Eli Marshall, the new pitcher for the Hillers, going to see if he can get them out of this jam. Charlie at the plate, bases loaded for Bellingham. One out in the inning. It's an 8-7 game. Wind up and the pitch. Fouled away. Set to deliver. And this is driven in the air, left side. That's going to get down for a base hit. And here comes the game-tying run and perhaps the game-leading run. And the throw home is going to be cut off, and Bellingham, with a 2 RBI hit from Charlie there, takes the lead. Charlie at second, and that is the 5-run limit. So they had just enough of that 5-run limit to take the lead. But we are going to play a bottom of the 6th as Bellingham is now on top, 9-8. Hillers coming up to the plate next on HCAM. Well, this has turned into quite the suspenseful game as we head to the bottom of the 6th. And regardless of what happens this inning, it will be the final half inning that is played here this afternoon. These games only go 6 innings, no extra innings. And if Hopkinton ends up tying the game and the inning ends in a tie, the game will end in a tie. As Danny Whalen steps to the plate. Max remains on the mound for Bellingham. He has quieted this Hopkinton lineup. It's his 3rd inning of work. Hillers have not scored a run since the 3rd inning. But a good part of the lineup due up this inning. Danny Wayland, Eli Marshall, Tim Evans due up. 2-0 the count. There's a strike. 2-1. Correction, 2-2 is the count. And this is hit up the middle, takes a couple of hops, throw over. And it looks like they got him. 1 away. That'll bring up Eli Marshall. pitch outside. Inside there, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. That one outside. Eli Marshall having a good day, 2 for 2 at the plate. 3-0 count on Eli. And there's ball 4. So a runner on for Hopkinton. Runner on first, 1 out. Tim Evans stepping to the plate. That pitch outside, runner from first takes off, and a steal there. Well, you certainly got to try to send that runner in this situation and manufacture at least that game-tying run. That one inside. A pitch up high. Full count now. Swing and a miss. 2 away. Runner from second does advance to third. So it's a runner on third, 2 outs. Now you have Dylan Nimey at the plate. He'll take a strike. And this is up the third base side. Throw to first, and it'll pull him off the bag. Game-tying run will score. He's going to keep going to second. Slides in, and he is safe. So a great piece of hitting there by Dylan Nimey. And we are tied up at 9 apiece. Runner on second, 2 outs. We apologize, folks, having some connection issues. We do have the recording of the game, and we'll get that out in its entirety. But the Hopkinton Hillers have tied it. A great piece of hitting by Nimey, and now for the lead. This is hit into right field, and here comes the game-winning run. Throw home off the mark, and that's your ball game. Correction, I guess they're going to keep playing. Not quite sure why. bottom of the 6th inning. In any case, this is going to be hit over to third, throw to first, and he will slide in safely. So I guess they play through the whole inning, regardless of a walk-off situation. But it's runners on first and second. Interesting rule there. Or maybe they're playing 7 innings today. They could be going 7. But they are going to play through the inning. I believe it's just an experience situation. Give the athletes a little bit of as much experience as possible within that 6 innings. So we'll play on and see if Hopkinton could add some more runs. And again, folks, we apologize. We know we had some connection issues, and we'll have the recording of the game available tonight. You'll be able to see the broadcast in its entirety, connection issue free. Line up and the pitch outside. Set to deliver. There's a strike. This is Colin Harahai at the plate. So it was Alex Tripp singling on a ground ball to shortstop prior to that. And now it's going to be another run as the throw to first is going to get through. And it's going to be runners now on the corners for the Hillers. Actually, it looks like they're going to call the runner at first out. And that, I believe, is going to wrap up the ball game, and it will. So we're going to end with a final of 10-9. Hopkinton takes the win, walk-off fashion. And just some great baseball here this afternoon, and it'll certainly be fun following this fall Babe Ruth team throughout this season. But a great win for the Hillers. They improved to 4-0 on the season. That is going to do it for our coverage this afternoon. We thank you for watching HCAM. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.